Let's now go across to India's Uttarakhand, where a massive rescue operation is underway as we speak of the Uttarkashi tunnel collapse. Now, for our viewers, about 41 workers were trapped in Uttarakhand's Silkyara tunnel since November 12th. It's been 17 long days and we have been getting you live visuals throughout the day, and we have been getting you the rescue shots, and as of now we can tell you that the rescuers have cleared the final few meters of the debris using the Rathole mining technique, and the work of laying pipes in the tunnel have also concluded. The rescue operation is underway as we speak. Just for a little background, on November 12th, a section of the tunnel between 205 and 260 meters from the Silkyara side had collapsed. Workers who were beyond the 260-meter mark were trapped instantly with all the exits blocked. Just minutes before, we were told by the Uttarakhand Chief Minister that the preparations have started to evacuate the workers, and as of now, for those of you who are just joining in, we can confirm that the rescue operation has finally started after 17 long days. It is also important to understand that the Indian Air Force had deployed the twin-rotor heavy-lift Chinook helicopter on standby at an airstrip near Uttarakhand, where an emergency medical center has been set up to treat all the 41 workers trapped inside the tunnel. Now, for more on this latest development, we are being joined by our correspondent Idris Loan. Idris, what is the latest you have for us at the moment? We are being told that the rescue operation has begun.
Well, absolutely. Finally, a great news coming in from the rescue site. The reports are suggesting that 2 people have been taken out so far. The rescue operation is slow, but they're taking it forward. 2 people already being rescued, according to reports. It will take a lot of time to take all of them out. It can take a couple of hours or more because the pipes that have been put in place to get them out from the operation site is narrow and will take a lot of time, especially since the number is 41. But it's a great news. The whole India, I think more than 1 billion people have been praying for these workers from the last 17 days, and finally good news coming in from the operation side that the workers who were stuck for the last 17 days are being slowly taken out from the site. We're also getting reports that all of them are healthy. All the officials have confirmed to us that all of them are in perfect condition, although there are ambulances waiting right outside the rescue site, where they will be taken to a local hospital where doctors will examine all of them before sending them to their loved ones. This operation did take a lot of time, but it did pay off. It did collapse at many occasions, and at times people did lose hope, but finally taking it slow was actually the real option to get them all out, and one by one they managed to take 2 out so far, and one by one, within a couple of hours or more, all of them will be out.
All right, Idris. For those of you who are just joining in, we'll just quickly wrap up for you that we can confirm at the moment that the rescue operation in Uttarkashi, India has begun, and of course this comes after 400 hours of operation that have been going on throughout the day. And as my correspondent Idris also said, this is a major breakthrough and a major respite for the families and friends of the people who have been trapped, to be specific, 41 workers. Idris, just moments back we were told by one of the members of the NDMA that there will be a window of about 5 minutes to rescue each of the workers, which is why the entire operation might last for about 3 to 4 hours. Is there anything you could tell us about on that front?
Well, absolutely. The pipes that have been put in can only manage to take one person out at a time. They've been put on a stretcher from one corner by the NDRF teams and Indian Army teams, and then they are being pulled out from the other corner. So there are 41 people in total, and if we convert it into 5 minutes each, it will take around a couple of hours to get them all out. But the good news is that the first two workers, according to reports, have been rescued successfully, have been taken out, which means the whole rescue operation has worked. It might take a little more time. It might take them a couple of hours or more, but one by one, they're not taking any risk. They want the operation to be slow, but they're making sure that all the workers who are stuck there are safely evacuated from that operation site.
Absolutely, that is the priority. Now, we have been hearing a lot about the Rathole mining technique, which was employed after the drilling machines, of course, failed. If you could tell our viewers in simple terms what exactly this technique is.
Well, absolutely. They've been using extremely new technology and machines from the day one. But since it's a tunnel and there was a lot of steel and there was a lot of iron that was used, when the girdling machines were working, they basically were cutting through not only the mud, but also the steel and the iron. And that was one of the major difficulties. For the last 16 days, we saw that they were managing with the technology that was being used by these drillers, by these miners who had not only come from India, but across the world. But yesterday, the government decided that the Rathole mining is the option to specially cover the 2-meter distance that was left. That is the only distance left to reach out to these 41 workers. And since yesterday, 6 Rathole miners were brought in from Delhi and Jhansi to enter the tunnels and dig manually. Basically, what they do is dig manually a small hole. And since it was not a long distance, it did take them a few hours, but finally they managed these 2 meters by using the Rathole mining technique.
All right, Idris, stay with me. We are being told that we have a bite from the worker coming in from the Uttarkashi region from Ground Zero. Let's go to it.
एक ही है अभी हाँ एक आ गया नहीं कोई चल चंद्रन
All right, those are some live shots coming in from the Ground Zero, and as of now we are getting reports that about 5 workers have been pulled out from the tunnel. This is part of the total 41 workers who have been trapped inside the tunnel in Uttarakhand. And we can confirm at the moment the rescue operation is going as planned. And Idris, if you can hear me right now, what is the protocol that is going to be followed once all of the workers are managed to be rescued?
Well, absolutely. The news that's coming in from our reports suggests that 5 workers still now have been taken out. It's taking them 5 minutes each to get each worker out from the trapped site. After that, what we're being told is that there are many, there is a barrage of ambulances waiting right outside the operation site. All these people, all the workers would be first taken to the local hospital there. There would be a medical checkup done, and then only they would be shifted and allowed to go to their loved ones and or to their houses. That is what we've been told. The government has also clarified that all of them look healthy. All of them, because they have been communicating with all of them since the last 17 days, and whoever was had any issue, their medicine was provided to them. The good thing was that they were provided with the food, water, oxygen, as well as medicines from the last 17 days. And that is the saving grace that these workers managed to basically stay calm in that tunnel. But living or getting trapped in a tunnel for 17 days is not a joke. So I'm sure some of them would need or would seek some help with regard to the mental trauma that they've gone in the last 2 weeks, over 2 weeks actually. So the first protocol would be taking them to the hospital, and later on they'll be allowed to meet their loved ones.
Absolutely, Idris. And as you said, 17 days inside the tunnel with no sunlight is absolutely no joke. And we can't wait to hear from the workers, the first reactions from them. Idris, stay with me. We are also being joined by Professor S. Dubey. He is a geologist. Mr. Dubey, the rescue operation is underway as we speak after 17 long days. All right, we are having some technical issues reaching Mr. Dubey. Idris, if you could just quickly come in. As we just said, that we are getting reports that about 5 of the workers have been rescued as of now, and the Uttarakhand Chief Minister had also confirmed this for us. So if you could just quickly come in and explain to our viewers, over the past 17 days, what has happened in terms of the rescue operation and what led to today?
Well, absolutely. Let me give you the news that we are now being told that 7 workers have been taken out already in this rescue mission. All of them are safe, and one by one, all of them are being taken out. 7 so far while we speak. On the other side, if we talk about this operation, it was a Herculean task for these miners from the last 17 days. It was not easy because one laid the iron and metallic surrounding around the tunnel, and once the landslide happened, it's not easy to cut across the iron girdles that are put when the tunnels are made. So it was an extremely difficult Herculean task for the miners to do. And on top of that, the mud that you see there in that tunnel is extremely slippery. So whenever they were digging, there used to be a landslide, and that was one of the major issues they were facing. But thankfully, the rescue teams, not only from across India but across the world, were brought in by the government. Especially the state as well as the central government have been continuously keeping an eye on the situation. And that is one of the reasons that we've seen that they did not really fast-pace this, because they wanted to save each and everybody who was trapped inside the tunnel.
We are being told that we have reconnected with Mr. Dubey. Mr. Dubey, quickly come in. The rescue operation is underway. If you could tell us, what are some of your first reactions to this?
Reaction is great that the people are coming out and safe and sound, I think this is great. The only thing is that we were still finding it risky from the vertical drills. And I was thinking that, some mishap may happen. If it may happen from the vertical drilling. I think that has been now over, and now people are coming out from the real-time manual system that is more authentic and more viable, because machines and man, they are 2 different things, and man are always better than, machines. So this is it.